Hey guys, Ilia here. So today I am in my car because I am going to one of my projects to plant some plants. Now, as you guys know, I'm a landscape designer and I do not normally install any plants. I only design and I provide all of the plans and specifications either for the homeowner, for them to install, or if they want to hire a contractor. I will supervise what contractors do again, but I do not normally install plants. There was one time last fall where we had really strange ice storm and there were some plant delivery problems and I had to plant almost 200 plants myself. I will post a video link in the description down below so you can guys check it out. But about this project, it was installed last year and we did most of the work planting large scale privacy plantings. We installed lawn and we kind of left the beds with perennials for this year. And of course, this is an unprecedented situation where a lot of contractors, although we are in New Jersey in the phase 1 reopening, so landscaping and construction is actually considered a low risk activity. So a lot of the contractors are working, but the backlog is unbelievable. So the client reached out to me and she asked about the timing of the plant installation for the beds. And I just said, you know what? I'm just going to do it myself because I kind of like it. It's a lot of fun. So anyway, I picked out some plants and I'm just going to go ahead and plant it today. But before I start, I just wanted to give you a little background about this project. When I saw this backyard for the first time last year, it was completely overgrown with ivy. There was some trash trees along the fence line. And what the client was looking for is the whole family, is to open up the backyard because they have a very active dog and their kids are grown up and they would like to play with the dog. They also wanted some privacy from their neighbors, and the client herself, she loves gardens and she actually had a little garden that she was tending after herself, so she wanted to incorporate a little bit more of the flowers and shrubs and lots of beautiful things. So anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and show you the space, show you the plants, and start planting. All right, you guys, so this is what the space looks like now, post transformation from last year. So what we did, we installed these two bluestone slab raised beds because the client wanted to have some sort of raised space for her plants so their dog, who's fairly active, doesn't run into them. And originally she wanted to have a stacked wall, but I thought it was very like swallowing a lot of space, and I came up with a solution just to have these bluestone slabs placed like this. It's nice and clean look, it's space saving, and it looks really, really good. Also, going back to the dog, so I knew that there would be playing ball with her, and my gut was telling me that there should be some sort of a slab right there because the grass just wears out when dogs run back and forth. So my gut was right, but it should have been probably up to here because you see these two patches. This is where the dog wore out the grass, but then that would be double the cost too. So at least we're saving that grass. So that's probably going to be reseeded. But anyway, let me lay out the plants that I brought today and I'll show you what it looks like. So let me just go over the plants real quick. This is a Salvia blue marvel and it has this ginormous and very full flowers here. There is a Heuchera plum pudding. This is a sweet woodruff that client planted here herself, and I thought that the leaves of the Heuchera plum pudding and the white flowers of woodruff look so pretty together. These are Itea peonies that we planted last year. I believe they're pink in color, and now this grass right here is Muhlenbergia, and I absolutely adore this grass. So design wise, my go-to tip or trick is to pair up bolder textures with finer textures. So anytime you have anything like this or anything like this, really works. To me, fine textures like this are almost like the glue that brings the composition together. Otherwise, it's little, I don't know what the word is, stuffy or outdated. So I have more Muhlenbergia here, and this is a smaller variety. These only grow up to 18 inches, and they have these pink flowers, grass flowers in the fall. Then there's another sweet woodruff and more of the salvia. And now this bed, I hope you can see this sun is even worse, also has sweet woodruff, but I paired it up with this Geranium Rozanne, which is my absolute winner for perennials. This is such a hard worker in the garden. Blooms all season long, has sterile flowers. I have more Muhlenbergia here. These sedums the client had already. Now I'm just going to pan over here and show you this magnificent fern that I found. This is a royal fern, and I love this so much. I'm going to go to the nursery and get a couple for myself. So you see, here's another example for you of finer texture with bolder texture. So the hostas by themselves, and I'm not sure the culture of this hosta this client had here, and we actually replanted from another spot. I think maybe some more substance, but I'm not sure. But by themselves, just look at this. Yes, they're pretty, but together with finer texture, this is totally different ball game. Look at that. And I'm not even talking about the fact that this absolutely stunning fern is a native fern. It grows up to 4 feet tall. It is one of the few ferns that can take sunny locations. So put it on your wish list. Alright guys, so this is all planted, and I just wanted to go over a couple of things. First of all, the spacing. So most of the plants that you see here is what you see is what you get. So they are going to get just a little bit bigger, but not too much. The Salvia, the Heuchera, the Muhlenbergia will spread just a little bit, but the rest of them will stay the way they are. And also, as for teasing roots, I know there's going to be a question about that, and not a single plant in my batch needed to be teased because none of them were root bound, so that was good. So as for spacing in this bed, Geranium Rozanne does spread to about 2 feet wide, so I spaced them accordingly. And so is Tiarella, that seems to spread as well. Now, another thing as for the natives, my general rule is to plant at least 50% natives in my clients' gardens, and I met this goal here pretty much. The royal fern, the Tiarella, the Heucheras, the Muhlenbergia, but also last year we planted. Sorry you guys, the video got cut off because my phone died. So I'm back in the car trying to charge my phone. But what I was trying to say is that we planted a lot of natives last year, like serviceberries, American arborvitae, Fothergilla, nine bark, and a lot more. And whenever I can, I include as many natives as possible. And generally, my main objective when I design gardens and they are installed is to make the client happy. So if they are not into natives, obviously I'm not going to push them, but whenever I can, I try to educate my clients to be environmental stewards. So whenever we can, we will install natives to support the environment and all the critters. But again, my clients' wishes is my number one priority. And I have my own style of gardening, and you guys know, you've seen my garden many, many times. And I think people do hire me for a certain reason because I have a certain style, but sometimes it may not align. For example, a red color is not my favorite in the garden, but I have had a lot of clients who absolutely adore red color, and I will incorporate it in their gardens. And I have had some clients who find natives weedy or unkempt looking, so I forgo it. But whenever I can, I try to incorporate them. Anyway, I think this is it for today, you guys. I hope you find this video informative and you maybe saw some plants that you would like to plant in your own garden. I hope you guys are safe. I hope you guys are gardening, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks.